Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 28-yard line.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. They'll have a first down past the 40. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The mic. 50 seconds, the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hey, here we go. Line in.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch
We're going to 54. Line in.
26. Do.
Gun.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
Get the ball.
First down, Cowboys.
Check.
Kill.
Check. Hot. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Bang.
We're going to 54. Line in. Here we go. Kill. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line. Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 23. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
3 down. 57 to Mike.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill. Here, shift.
57's Mike. Come on. Alert 3.
Flag.
Alert 3.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Waiting.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here.
Motion backfield. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Come on, baby.
5'9".
57.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Kill. 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Tighten up. What?
26.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Hey, kill. 27.
Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Kill. Hey, orbit.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Showing it, showing it. Shit, shit, shit. Back, back, back. Check three, check.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
somewhere else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Sunday. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
57.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here.
Nice 57's run.
Smooth.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
I'm coming back.
I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run with Pollard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Williamson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd and a yard, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
We call that sack block.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting!
57's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Two jet.
Hey, Alpha.
57. Bring it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. You run. 57's the mic. 57.
82.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check.
We're going to 54. Right here. Here we go. 47. Sweat. Sweat. Hey.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Prescott now. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear in action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.